our store of ideas, which it would be a store, but instead of selling products, it would be different ideas to help inspire people if they needed it. The first sticky note category that we had was the idea generation, which is kind of how people like you think of ideas, and a good way to come up with an idea is being inspired by something else around you.
As for client opinion, when it comes to a story of ideas, the original interviews that we had, our interviewees made it clear that an idea store would be kind of hard to come by into terms where they would want to be a reoccurring customer.
For environment, most of our interviewees like the idea of it being smaller and having a nice atmosphere. They also wanted it to be like categorized.
After that were the product ideas. And so some of the ideas that some people had come up with that we'd interviewed are like plans and blueprints for different designs, such as DIY pants or furniture and product ideas, just different ways that they can find solutions for their materials through plans that would be provided for them.
Yeah, so with all this said, we ended up creating a persona to describe the needs for what kind of audience we're looking for to fulfill. We came up with this person named John Doe. They're often struggling with time management because of how busy their schedule is, and they always have ideas and projects and plan, but never have the time to really think it out and create a plan for it to become something that's realistically met. So, with this said, our POV statement goes as John Doe needs a way to upcycle materials and find a viable concept or idea to use them for because he is too busy, too broke, and struggles with idea generation. How might we inspire John to put his old materials to use by finding a conceptual plan that upcycles the materials into a modern product? John Doe needs an idea generation system, a concept for upcycling materials into wearable clothing.
So this is a sketch I came up out with, which would be kind of the layout of the store with input boxes where people can write their ideas down and put them in. So it's kind of like giving back while also getting ideas. There's layouts with shelves with kind of different ideas in it, and tables and chairs where you can generate ideas and just kind of be inspired. Um, Along with there's a check-in area where you kind of go in and pay the fee of $3.
We decided to put our designs into a decision matrix, which you can see on screen, where we basically determined different criteria for our design and what we wanted to include with the idea store, and decided that inspiring, accessible, and efficient were the most important objectives for us. And so then we tested the different designs against the different objectives and kind of got a general idea of how these different designs stood to our criteria. And so then we went into a more developed area of the matrix where we had a number score and basically calculated how successful each design was in matching the criteria. So I think the most successful design was our idea two, which were the idea aisles and idea specialists, but inevitably we ended up going with a design where we just kind of took different pieces from each design to match all of the criteria in a way that would be the most efficient.
Is there any comments you have on something we can change or improve on?
I think a lot of people will be skeptical about, paying a fee first and then being able to experience it.
What do you think? Is there any improvements you make?
Well, okay, so it's like ideas for anything. So if you need like an idea for a project or something, you can just basically go in there and gives you an idea. Okay. I like it. I think it would be I think it's pretty beneficial. How much does it cost to $3? Okay.
So with that feedback said, we ended up creating a prototype. After a lot of people said that they would be interested in going to a retail store like. So on the left, we have this little bar area, which is supposed to be an area where people can submit their own ideas, and it would be able to go into the communal showcase area. And then we have our workspace in the middle and our kiosk area where people bring their materials, little fractions of the materials, and the system recognizes it and basically shows them what they can do with that material with what their goal is.
I like that you can like create your own ideas, and it's not just like something that you simply buy. Like you can sell your own ideas. Cool.
Would this be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, definitely.
Like multiple times?
Yeah.
Because it's,
So, is there going to be machinery? Is there going to be like?
yeah, this is our entire workspace area, but
Okay.
it's more of a way for you to take an idea, jot it down, put it on paper, and go home with that paper.
So the things you throw in there is like, am I supposed to bring those items?
Yeah, you can.
This is just open to anybody, any age.
Yeah, any age. For anyone who doesn't have the time to do this at home because they're either too busy or too overloaded, this is a perfect place for you to
Yeah,
calm down.
I like it. Yeah, I could see myself going.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Do you think you would recommend a friend come
I think
with
I
you
would.
too?
Yeah, I feel like I would recommend like a group that I'm studying with. Or like, hey, why don't we all meet? Like, it feels like such a communal space.
So, as that feedback came back, we decided to move on with our idea and try to push forward more with the same idea as people decided that they would be interested in a store like this. And so we kind of based it off of the prototype, but we tried to add more room for people to walk through and accessible to all people, not just people who can walk, but also people in wheelchairs. That's why we have little gaps in the area and the amount of space needed for anyone of all sizes and ages to be able to walk through here and create their upcycling design. So far, this is just the objects model. This doesn't demonstrate how the walls would look or the floor would look. However, this is general idea of what the store could look like.